दोस्तों अभी तक जो 4 क्लासेस हुई हैं या 4 लेक्चर आप कह सकते हैं या 4 वीडियो जो मैंने पब्लिश की है, बेसिकली ये वीडियो उन चारों वीडियो का एक समरी है, ताकि इसी वीडियो से हम एसक्यूएल का इंट्रोडक्शन भी समझ सकते हैं, सिंटैक्स कैसे लिखते हैं, कमांड क्या होते हैं और एसक्यूएल डेटा टाइप क्या होता है। तो सारी चीज़ें इसी वीडियो से हम समझ सकते हैं। तो बेसिकली एक रिकैप वीडियो है, रिवीजन वीडियो है, तो मे भी हो सकता है कुछ चीज़ें मैं उतनी डिटेल में ना बताऊं, लेकिन आप प्रीवियस चीज़ें वीडियो देख कर उन चीज़ों को डिटेल में भी समझ सकते हैं। इस वीडियो के बाद जो भी हमारी वीडियो आएंगी बेसिकली क्यूरी बेस्ड होंगी, ताकि आपको इजीली समझ में आ जाए कि हम क्यूरी कैसे रन करते हैं। तो चलिए एक बार रिकैप कर लेते हैं, देन नेक्स्ट वीडियो से हम एसक्यूएल क्यूरी एनालाइजर की बात करेंगे। तो दोस्तों सबसे पहले इंट्रोडक्शन की बात कर लें तो बेसिकली जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि ये रिवीजन वीडियो है, तो मे भी हो सकता है कि जो मेन पॉइंट होगा मैं वही डिस्कस करूंगा। बाकी अगर पॉइंट आपको देखने हैं, अगर सुनने हैं, तो आप मेरे प्रीवियस वीडियो देख सकते हैं जो उसी टॉपिक से रिलेटेड है। तो बेसिकली जैसे कि हम जानते हैं कि एसक्यूएल is used to perform operation on the record stored in the database, such as updating record, inserting record, deleting record, creating and modify database table. So SQL is not a database system, but it is a query language. क्योंकि सम टाइम लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं कि भाई एसक्यूएल डेटाबेस है, नहीं, SQL is not a database system, but it is a query language, and that language you use to perform various operation on database. Okay. अब देखिए, अगर जब भी आप एसक्यूएल क्यूरी की बात करते हैं, इफ़ यू वांट टू परफॉर्म एसक्यूएल क्यूरी, तो डेफिनेटली वी नीड ए डेटाबेस, क्योंकि उसी डेटाबेस के अकॉर्डिंग हम एसक्यूएल क्यूरी या कोई भी क्यूरी लिखने जा रहे हैं। तो जैसे कि आपको उसके लिए अपने सिस्टम पे एक डेटाबेस स्टोर करना पड़ेगा। अगर हम डेटाबेस की एग्जांपल की बात करें तो ओरेकल डेटाबेस हो गया, माई एसक्यूएल हो गया, पोस्ट डीआरई एसक्यूएल हो गया, एसक्यूएल सर्वर हो गया, बिकॉज दीज आर एग्जांपल ऑफ database. Now what is SQL? So basically SQL is a short form of structured query language, and sometimes it is pronounced as SQL, or sometimes it is called as SQL. Okay. अब बात होती है कि भाई इसका यूज क्या है। इफ़ यू वांट टू गेट जॉब इन द फील्ड ऑफ डेटा साइंस, then it is important then it is most important query language to learn. No, big enterprises like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn use SQL for storing the data in the backend. Now, why SQL? So, the reason behind this, to operate SQL is very easy compared to other query language. If you want to insert the data, update, delete, you can perform easily operation. If you want to create view, store procedure, function, any index, you can do very easily. Okay. And it's allow you to define the data and modify, so because there are multiple operations which is performed by SQL query analyzer in a very simple way. That's why uh, most of people prefer to work on SQL. Now, talking about history of SQL, so a relational model of data for large shared data banks, यह एक पेपर है जो कि EF कॉर्ड ने 1970 में पब्लिश किया। उसके बाद IBM के 2 रिसर्चर रेमंड बॉस एंड डोनाल्ड ने इस पेपर पे काम किया और उन्होंने एक क्यूरी लैंग्वेज डेवलप की, डेट इज कॉल्ड SQL, SEQUL। बाद में 1970 में रिलेशनल सॉफ्टवेयर, जो कि बाद में IBM के नाम से जाना जाए, उन्होंने अपनी पहली SQL क्यूरी डेवलप की बाय यूजिंग कंसेप्ट ऑफ EF कॉर्ड। इस तरह से 1979 में 1979 में ओरेकल ने क्यूरी लैंग्वेज जनरेट किया। तो बेसिकली आप कह सकते हैं कि दिस SQL वाज टोटली बेस्ड ऑन रिलेशनल डेटाबेस मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम, relational software, which is now known as the Oracle Corporation, introduced the Oracle V2 in June 1979. Okay, which is first implementation of SQL language. Now this is process of SQL. Basically this is divided in 3 parts. One is SQL statement, second is parsing, and third part is that contains optimization, row source generation and execution. So first stage of SQL processing is parsing, and parsing basically depend upon three things. One is syntax check, semantics check, and stateful check. So syntax check mean ki whatever you have written that is correct or not. So in this example you can see here select star from, that is wrong keyword वहाँ पे होना चाहिए from. सो इसलिए दिस इज कॉल्ड सिंटेक्स एरर। जो भी हम सेंटेंस लिखते हैं उसके पास मीनिंग है कि नहीं है, तो दैट इज चेक बाय सिमेंटिक, कि जो भी आपने एसक्यूएल क्यूरी लिखा है या स्टेटमेंट लिखा है दैट कंटेन सम मीनिंग। अगर उसके पास कुछ मीनिंग है मीन्स दैट इज वैलिड, अदरवाइज दैट विल जनरेट एरर। नाउ शेयर्ड पुल चेक, सो बेसिकली this check determines existence of written hash code in shared pool. Suppose if code exists in shared pool, then database will not take additional step for optimization and execution, because every query process a hash code during its acquisition. Now SQL optimization. So during the optimization stage, Oracle database must perform a hard parse at the list once for every unique DML statement and perform the optimization during the parse. The database never optimize DDL unless it include a DML component such as subquery that requires optimization. So basically optimization perform हम DML और ये DDL पे optimization कभी perform नहीं होगा। perform तभी होता है in case any query using DML as a subquery. Now process of SQL, that is a row source generation. So the row source generation is software which receive an optimal execution plan from the optimizer and produce an iterative execution plan which is used by the rest of the database. The iterative plan is binary program that when executed by SQL engine produces the result sets. Now the main work of execution is to execute the query and display the required result. Now talking about SQL command, so this is only a summary. In next video, from next video onwards, so you can see how we are going to use these type of command when we are going to creating database, table, something like that. So these are main command in SQL. Create command, that is used to create database, create table, create procedure, create view, and create function. Whatever you are going to creating in SQL, the create command is used. Update means update if you want to update the column name, if you have update to database, if you want to update the table, so in that case update is used. Delete means just we are going to deleting any record database, so that time we use delete. Select command means for choosing or for fetching the data from the table or database, we are going to use select command. Drop means that is just similar to delete command, but there is little bit difference. Definitely in next we will discuss. Insert command means for inserting data in database or in data table, we use insert command. So now advantage of SQL. So there are various advantage of SQL. First is no programming needed. So whenever you want to write any query or any statement, so that not required any program, you can easily access some statement. There are some syntax, we have to follow that syntax and we can write query in SQL. High speed query processing, the performance of SQL is very much higher, and it having standardized language means that language used in all the country whenever wherever they are using SQL. Portability, the structured query language can be easily used in desktop computer, laptop, tablet, and even a smartphone, and it can be also used with other application according to user requirement. Interactive language, so we can easily learn and understand the SQL language. Now disadvantage, yes, its cost is high, interface is complex, and not having fully control but partial database control. Now talking about SQL syntax, so there is some keywords which is used in SQL query analyzer to write any syntax or any statement. So when you want to do some operation on the data in database, then you must have to write the query in the predefined syntax of SQL. Okay, the syntax of structured query language is unique set of rules and guidelines which is not case sensitive. Its syntax is defined and maintained by the ISO and ANSI standard. Okay, means you can write the keyword of SQL in both uppercase or lowercase, but writing in uppercase sometimes give good impression, also improve the readability of SQL query. So now here this is example of simple SQL statement. Select column name from the table name. So each SQL statement begin with any of the SQL keyword, means like a delete, select, update, insert, and end with the semicolon. So here you can see. Okay, the semicolon is used in SQL for separating the multiple SQL statement which are going to execute in the same call. मीन्स कहने का मतलब है कि सेमी कॉलन के बाद हम दूसरा स्टेटमेंट लिख सकते हैं. मीन्स जैसे ही आपने सेमी कॉलन यूज किया मीन्स दैट स्टेटमेंट इज फिनिश, ख़त्म हो चुका है. नाउ मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट SQL command I like select. So here you can see the example how we can use a select command. Basically select is used to select the data. So here you can see the example, select employee ID, first name, last name, salary, city from employee details, where salary equal this, order by last name. तो मैंने जैसे कि कहा कि ये डिवीजन क्लास है. अगर इसको डिटेल में देखना है तो मेरे प्रीवियस वीडियो देख सकते हैं या आगे की वीडियो भी देख सकते हैं जहाँ पे हम अपडेट कमांड ये सारी कमांड यूज करने जा रहे हैं. नाउ डिलीट मीन्स डिलीट फ्रॉम टेबल नेम. नाउ क्रिएट टेबल मीन्स if you want to creating a table, then how you can create. So this is syntax: create table, employee details, employee ID, something like this. Now alter, it is used to modify the database. Drop means deleting the table, and if you want to create and drop database by using this type of syntax you can do. Now this is insert into statement, means here we are going to inserting data into table. So there are multiple syntax how we can write. So here you can see insert into employee details, and these are column and these are value. This is second method. Truncate means how you can truncate the table. So here this is statement. Describe means if you want to if you want to know some specific information about table or view, so we can use describe and table name. Distinct means if you want to select some distinct value from a specified column of database, so this statement is used. Commit means just save the commit means basically this type of sentence used when transaction occur in database. Now create, drop, use statement means suppose you have created multiple database in SQL server. So if you want to work with a particular database, so firstly you have to select. So by selecting that database means we have a keyword that is called use. Use database means it's represent we are going to work with that particular database. Now talking about SQL server data types, because whenever you are going to create a tables and columns, so every column have a specific data type. तो वो बताता है कि उस पर्टिकुलर कॉलम में उसी टाइप का डेटा इंसर्ट होगा. मान लीजिए कि कोई कॉलम स्ट्रिंग है, मीन्स दैट कॉलम इज गोइंग टू एक्सेप्ट ओनली स्ट्रिंग डेटा. अगर कोई न्यूमेरिक है तो वो न्यूमेरिक ही इंसर्ट होगा. जैसे ही आपने उसमें कोई टेक्स्ट इंसर्ट किया, दैट विल जनरेट एरर. So basically there are three type of SQL data types in database. First one is string data types, numeric data types, date time data types. So these are SQL server string data types: character, varchar, max, text, nchar, nvarchar, ntext, binary, binary, image. Now here numeric data type: bit, tiny integer, small integer, integer, big integer, float, real, money. Date time 2, date time, time span. In detail, we have already discussed in previous video. SQL server other data type, SQL variant, XML, cursor, table. Okay. Now talking about SQL operator. So every database administrator and user uses SQL queries for manipulating and accessing the data of the database table and view. So the manipulation of retrieving of the data are performed with the help of reserved keyword and characters, which are used to perform arithmetic operation, logical operation, comparison operation, compound operation. Okay, so the SQL reserved words and characters are called operator, which are used with where clause in SQL query. So basically, now before discussing about operator, when you are going to solve any equation expression in SQL server, so firstly we must know about the precedence of the SQL operator. It means how your SQL operator is going to be solved. अगर मान लीजिए कोई एक्सप्रेशन दिया है तो हमें पता होना चाहिए कि किस ऑपरेटर का जो प्रेसिडेंस होता है वो हाईएस्ट होता है और किसका लोएस्ट होता है. जिसका हाईएस्ट होगा उसको हम पहले सॉल्व करेंगे, जिसका लोएस्ट होगा उसको हम बाद में सॉल्व करेंगे. तो हियर दिस इज this is a process of precedence of SQL operator. सबसे पहले हम parenthesis solve करेंगे, then multiplication division, then subtraction addition, then not and or. Okay, now here this by this example you can easily understand set salary equal to 20 minus 3 multiply 5. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, जो हमारा multiplication होगा having higher precedence compared to minus. तो पहले हम 3 into 5 सॉल्व करेंगे, मीन्स दैट विल बी 15. तो 20 में से 15 मीन्स 5. और दिस आर टाइप्स ऑफ ऑपरेटर. सो SQL operator are categorized in the following category. SQL arithmetic operator means this is used to perform arithmetic operation as like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus. Comparison means here we are going to compare data by using equal, equal to, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, greater. These are some comparison operator where we are going to use some operator to compare the data. And equal is most used operator in SQL server database, because when you are where you are going to write any query and you are going to implement where clause, so definitely you have to use equal to. And also when you are going to update the data, modify data, also we have to use equal to. So this comes under comparison operator. SQL logical operator means like union all. There are separate bit wise operator means when you are going to perform the operation on the bits, and there is SQL unary operator also. So these are example are arithmetic operation, SQL addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and modulus. And this is example how you have to write the query. Select employee salary plus 2000 as employee new salary, and select employee salary plus employee monthly bonus. Means you can add 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, whatever number you want to require to add. Same like we can write for subtraction, we can write for division and multiplication. Okay, now these are some comparison operator as like equal operator, not equal operator, greater than operator, greater than equals to operator. So these are equal operator. So here you can see where employee salary equal this, means here we are using equal operator. So in same manner we can write query for this also. Now logical operator. So these are logical operator: SQL all, SQL and, SQL or, SQL between, SQL in, SQL not, SQL any, SQL like. So here you can see how you can write the query for this. Now SQL set operator. So these are SQL union operator, union all, SQL intersect operator, SQL minus operator. SQL union operator means you are going to combine two tables with same data types and same number of columns. It only return unique value, but in case of union all, it's written all the value. Intersect means we are going to we are going to fetching common data from the two tables. Okay, so these are intersect operator. Now unary operator means if you want to fetch data with plus minus sign, then we can use this operator. Now these are bitwise operator, bitwise and bitwise or operator. So this is all about in a recap. So hope you can understand, and if you want to understand in detail, so definitely you can watch my previous video. From this video we are going to work on SQL query analyzer. So thank you for watching this. Thank you.